of the FIM Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Latvia. In the MX2 qualifying race, it was Jorge Prado who grabbed the whole shot. Behind him was the number 91 of Jeremy Seewer, after he quickly found his way past the favourite, Pauls Jonas, on the number 41. The Latvian was in third. At the head of the field, though, it wasn't long before Seewer put himself right onto the rear wheel of the Spaniard Prado, as Thomas Kjær-Olsen got himself into third. Julian Lieber fell from fifth at the start of lap 2. He remounted, went back to the pits, came back in 35th, and then went out to finish in 24th place. A tough day for Julian Lieber on the LRT KTM. Seewer was up there in second. Thomas Kjær-Olsen was going forward in third. Jonas was happy sitting there in fourth on his Red Bull KTM, but Rockstar Energy Husqvarna of Thomas Kjær-Olsen only had one thing on his mind, was trying to get to the front as quickly as possible. But it wasn't going to be easy, because the 61 of Prado was on a mission, pushing maybe a little bit too hard. He had this big save, and he lost about a second to Jeremy Seewer on the Suzuki World MX2 machine, who then started to close in on the 61. All the while he was bringing with him the 19 of Thomas Kjær-Olsen and the 41 of Pauls Jonas. Turned out to be a pretty intense four-way battle for the lead. Seewer got himself up into the lead, though, on lap 8. With that move on Prado, Prado wasn't taking any of it, though, and was quick to respond. But Seewer managed to hang on, but only for a couple of corners, because as he came through this fast left, he lost the front and the back, and the Swiss Suzuki rider was down on the deck. He would pick himself up, though, and remount around 5th, but then a lap later he'd fall again to 8th, and that's where he would stay. Thomas Kjær-Olsen had taken over the lead. Prado was second. Jonas was third. Thomas Covington was in fourth, but not for long. The Rockstar Energy Husqvarna charged his way down the inside of third, and then almost second when he tried that move on Jonas. Eventually he did get his chance, though, on the final lap, to go past the Latvian to make it a Rockstar Energy Husqvarna 1-2. His teammate Thomas Kjær-Olsen was too far gone, and it was Thomas Kjær-Olsen who took the second qualifying race win of the year. Covington was second, Jonas third, Prado fourth, Landrum was fifth, and it was Su, Sanai and Seewer.
Yeah, I got out to a good start, and I could see there were some guys out in front of me, and yeah, I put myself in a good position in that start, so I just wanted to ride solid, and yeah, it paid off. I could get past those guys, and yeah, it was an awesome race. I enjoyed myself so much on my Rockstar Energy Factory Husqvarna bike, so yeah, I'm happy with this win.
Good luck. In the MXGP qualifying race, Max Nagel held a nice tight line to come out in first, ahead of the rivals. Jeffrey Hurlings, though, who was fastest in the time training session, was right there in second on the Red Bull KTM, bringing with him the two HRC machines of Geis and Bobashev. Bobashev almost getting tagged there by the Suzuki World MXG machine of Alminas Jasikonis, as Kai Rowley battled from a poor start. Hurlings was in second, trying to deal with the attentions of the Hondas, as Tonus went out on the opening lap. He will go to the line 37th for Sunday's main races. Gauthier Paulin was just cruising around on his Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. Kai Rowley made a move to go 7th, as Nagel started to pull clear at the head of the field, leaving Jeffrey Hurlings in his wake. You kind of sense at that time Hurlings was just feeling his way around what was a very, very tough Kegham's circuit. DeSalle got himself alongside Paulin as these two battled over 8th place. He thought he made the move stick, but Paulin was right back in touch, and then the two actually banged bars just 2 corners later. Both riders lucky to stay up. Half a lap later, DeSalle charged down the inside of the Frenchman and nailed that 8th place. Paulin then dropped to 9th ahead of Sean Simpson. Jeremy Van Hormink, meanwhile, on the Monster Energy Yamaha, started to get second wind. Tried a few times to get past the Russian Evgeny Bobashev as they battled over 4th place, while Geiser was there ahead of him in 3rd. Eventually, Van Hormink did go through on lap 8. He over-jumped, though. The next jump, headbutted the handlebars, kept his focus, and was able to push on. And eventually, he found his way past Tim Geiss as well to come home in 3rd. In the closing stages of the race, the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna of Max Nagel, though, caught the attention of Jeffrey Hurlings on the Red Bull KTM. Hurlings whittled down that gap, put in a solid charge. Eventually, his opportunity came on the final lap. That was Hurlings' pass on Nagel to lead for the first time in 2017 in MXGP. Hurlings went on to take his first race win of the year on his Red Bull KTM ahead of Nagel, Van Horbik. But this was the incident at the end of the race. Kai Rode trying to find his way past Bobryshev to go 5th on the final lap, but just came unstuck 2 corners from home. Hurlings, the winner, Nagel 2nd, Van Horbik 3rd, Geiser 4th, Bobryshev 5th, Jasikonis came home in 6th, Kai Rode 7th, Clement Desal 8th, Paulin 9th, Simpson was 10th.
Yeah, definitely, for the confidence is good. Came out 2nd with a start, and very proud about it, very happy. It's my first 450 win actually in the GPs, even though just a heat race win, it doesn't mean anything, but good gate grid for tomorrow, good position, and hope to do the same tomorrow. It's going to be a long race. The track is gnarly and tough, so it's very demanding for your body, but we got to do our best, and got to give it up to Red Bull KTM. They've always been behind me, so thank you so much, and hope to do it tomorrow again.